Air conditioning. Pack push button. On. The pack flow control valve is automatically controlled. It opens except in the following cases. 1. Upstream pressure below minimum. 2. Compressor outlet overheat. 3. Engine start sequence. A. One valve or both if the cross-split valve is open closes when 1. The mode selector is set to ignition when on ground. Valves reopen if master switch or main start push button are not set to on within 30 seconds. 2. The mode selector is set to ignition or crank and when on either engine. A. The master switch is set to on or main start push button is set to on, and B. The start valve is open, and C. N3 is less than 50%. B. On ground, reopening of the valves is delayed 1 minute to avoid an extra pack closure cycle during subsequent engine start. Four. Any door is not closed and locked. Aircraft on ground and any engine running. 5. Fire push button pressed for the engine on the related side. 6. Ditching is selected. Note: if there is no electrical power, the flow valves remain open and permit normal flow. Off. The pack flow control valve closes provided it is electrically supplied. Fault light. The amber light and associated ECAM caution come on when the pack flow control valve position disagrees with the selected position, or in the case of compressor outlet overheat or pack outlet overheat. Pack flow selector enables pack flow selection depending on the number of passengers and transient conditions, and ambient conditions, smoke removal, hot or wet conditions. Low 80%, norm 100%, high 120%. In case one bleed fails, the flow is limited to 80%. Any selection is irrelevant in single pack operation or with APU bleed supply. In these cases, 125% airflow is automatically selected. Note: the pack flow values given in percentage of normal flow assume that the cargo cooling selector is on the off position or not installed. 3. Zone rotary selector. 12 o'clock position 24 degrees. Cold position 18 degrees Celsius. Hot position 30 degrees Celsius. Hot air. Push button. On. The valve regulates hot air pressure. Off. The valve closes. The fault light circuit is reset. Fault light. The amber light and associated ECAM caution come on when a duct overheat is detected, which is 88 degrees Celsius. The valve and the associated trim air valve close automatically. The fault light goes off when the temperature drops below 70 degrees Celsius and the flight crew selects off. Ram air push button. On. The on light comes on white. If the ditching push button on the cabin pressurization panel is in the normal position, the ram air inlet opens. 2. If delta P is less than 1 psi, each outflow valve opens to about 50% when under automatic control. They do not automatically open when under manual control. The emergency ram airflow is directly supplied to the mixer unit. 2. If delta P is more than or equal to 1 psi, each outflow valve remains normally controlled, no emergency ram air flows in. Off. The ram air inlet closes and the outflow valve return to the normal position.